gaming, the form factor actually matters. People often will be like, hey, just play good games. It shouldn't a good game. Yeah, I think so. But form factor matters because gaming has gone past just playing a game, right? Let me give an example. I have this. Okay, I have this guy. This is cool. This is basically like a Game Boy Advance SP. Super cool. Awesome. I'd rather play this. Okay. Is it better? Maybe. Is the screen bigger? Sure. But there's a form factor here that is special. There's a nostalgic factor to me that is incredible. And this isn't hacked. This is actually playing the real games. This isn't a hacked device. I thought about hacking it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to play the real games on here. Because there's a real actual feeling when you touch the device itself that for some reason brings me into the gaming, right? Another thing, like playing video games on the Switch. We all did it. I've mentioned it before. We all did it. When the Switch came out, we first played it, and then what did we do? We picked it up, and we're like, there's no way I can do this. And we pressed the button 3 times, and we're like, oh my gosh, I was just playing this on the TV, and now I'm playing it in handheld mode, right? There's something there. There's something so powerful. There's something so unbelievably like the tangible nature of it. There's a reason why. Let me go grab it. I'll be right back. There's a reason why playing games on the PlayStation feels so good. And it's not because the controller itself is better, because, I mean, you could say it is, than an Xbox controller. It's that the controller has these haptic feedback, It has actual things about the device itself that interact with you in such a fashion that is so powerful. Now, can you plug this into your PC and then also have those? Yes, but now it's plugged in. It is a little bit different. It doesn't always work. The game design, the game itself may not actually even translate these glyphs, the triangle, square, circle, X glyphs into the game, and so you still might see ABXY. It may not automatically switch those over, and for me, that matters. There's an element of gaming that is that is often, I guess, talked about: immersion. How immersive is the gameplay? How much do you feel like you are actually interacting with the game? And I'll say that it does matter. And for some people, that interaction is a certain way. I know that people that play on PC, that they would never even want to touch a controller ever in their life. They're mouse and keyboard only, and they love it. They have their mouse, their mice, they have their keyboard, whatever, right? Whether they have a nice one like this really cool cell-shaded one, this upside down because it's plugged in, right? Or they have a nice one like this, whatever it may be, they enjoy mouse and keyboard. And I'm not going to say that they're wrong, because they're not wrong. But there is this thing with gaming. There is this experience with gaming, which is immersion, and I think that actually enhances the gameplay of a specific game. And so for people who are like, choose the game, like a good game, right? I can play one of my absolute favorite games of all time, which is Ocarina of Time. I can emulate it, recompile it on a PC, play it with this controller, which is one of my absolute favorite controllers of all time. You want to know why? Because this resembles this. I like PlayStation controllers. I would, if Nintendo put out a controller that was like this and had all the functionality of this, I would be very, very excited. But they don't. And so I'm stuck with using Nintendo's controller. That being said, the actual experience, Ocarina of Time, is great. I love it. I can do this. But honestly, I mean, the Ocarina of Time on here is my favorite version of Ocarina of Time. Boot up the Switch. Grab this guy. And now the game has gone from being a memory that exists. And, oh, yeah, I remember that. To a nostalgic like transportation into a time that was so special and so perfect. And Now, this can also, I think you can use this. You can plug this in. I mean, this might have usability on the PC. I'm not sure. All that is possible. But the thing is, it's not just the game itself on its own that gets you that feeling. It is all of the additional things that come with playing the game. There are controllers, there's haptic feedback in certain ways. There's, for me, actually, and this sounds so crazy, there's menus. There's the way that I interact with the UI, all of this. There's a personal experience. And while PC has the highest level of customization, you can create any personal experience, your backgrounds, your OSs, you can do whatever you want. There's something just special and unique about playing video games on consoles in certain ways, grabbing a game and going through, one of my favorites, which is Zelda, right? This is, Link's Awakening, going through this on, a Game Boy. Now, this isn't a real Game Boy. This is the Mod Retro Chromatic, but, playing through a game like this is not the best way to play this game. In fact, one of the best ways to play this game is on the Nintendo Switch, but still, there's something so special about form factor. There's something so special about playing a game in a specific way. And the game itself, if the games themselves were all that mattered, if it was just the game, you're like, I just need to be able to play the game, right? Then the only things that you would probably just be on a PC. More people would just go to PC, because if the game is all that matter, right? Of course, Nintendo, they lock their games behind their hardware and it's really hard to find it. But if the game is all that matters, not the experience additional with whatever UI is there or with whatever controllers, if it's just the game, then less people would actually play on console. The reason, right? I guess money does make a big difference. So I don't say it's all just that. How much can you afford to play video games? But I think it's far more than just the game. I think there's a part of it is probably brand loyalty, enjoying to be like, yes, I am a PlayStation fan. Part of it may be controller preference, which you can use on PC arguably. Maybe some of it might have to do with, a good amount of it would have to do with finances. Space, even maybe TV versus office, or living room versus office, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, I think that the game itself is the majority for sure, but the springboard, the catalyst into playing video games. You're like, yes, I enjoy that game, I'm going to want to play that game, whatever. But really, there are a lot other factors that go into playing video games that are so paramount. I think that you cannot separate, the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation, the Xbox experience. Xbox is actually more PC than anything else, but you can't separate those and be like, it's just the game, because I don't think it is. I think it's far more than that. And I think that maybe, as silly as it may sound, and I like, honestly, and some people may disagree with this idea, I like the idea of people being like, I want to buy it on PlayStation because I'm a PlayStation fan. I think more people should be willing to be like, I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a Nintendo fan. I want more outspoken fan men and fan women. I want that. I want people to be like, yeah, I'm buying it because I like Nintendo. I don't care that it costs more. I want people to be outspoken. I want us to, I'm not going to say normalize, because I think that the word normalize is lame. I want us to be extremely outspoken fan men and fan women. That is, I want that to be a thing, dude. I want people to be like, oh yeah, they're a fan, dude. They're just a fan, baby. Because, these guys sucked the first 10 games. Oh my gosh, dude. Blue Chunks, they got swept, dude. I don't care. I'm still into it. They crapped the bed last year. They were on the way to the playoffs, baby. They were there for a postseason. Nah, dude. Last 15 games, just as if they couldn't even get off the floor. They were just a complete mess. Still wearing them. Still cool. Still good, dude. So I want more people to be fans. And people are like, oh, that's just complicit behavior. It's video games, bro. It's not the world changing, right? So I'm a huge fan, dude. So I want everyone in the chat, even though this is now a YouTube video, I want everyone who's in my chat right now to blast what they're a fan of, dude. And they'll buy it even if the price hikes. They're like, I'm a fan. If I can afford it, I'll get it. I want to see actual fan men and fan women, dude. Not fan boys, fan girls. Nah, because they cry and they complain. Fan men, fan women, dude. Be stoked and be confident about it. I want you to be confident about it, dude. Confident, okay? But what I want you to do more is play more and be kind. All right.